Nebraska is important to me because it's my home. I did go away to college, and the longer I was away, the more I wanted to get back to Nebraska. I would crave the open views, the cornfields, the Pine Ridge. I have a passion for Nebraska. In this line of work, if you don't have a passion for conserving what you're working on, you probably shouldn't be in this line of work. Nebraska has world-class resources. The Nebraska Sandhills are literally the largest intact temperate grassland on Earth. And I think that's something Nebraskans should be very proud of. There are multiple reasons to care about land conservation in Nebraska, and we are a resource-rich state. We have so much to protect, so much that deserves protection.
Nebraskans care for their land like they care for their children and their grandparents. I heard about the Nebraska Land Trust through friends who were interested in the same things I was, which was the natural world and all the flora and fauna within it. They were a little concerned even back in the 90s that maybe some of these wonderful spots were going to disappear. They said, we think we could start a land trust in Nebraska and protect some of these special areas.
Nebraska Land Trust mission is to conserve agricultural, historical, and natural resources through partnering, education, and permanent land conservation. If you're serious about doing land conservation in Nebraska, you have to develop a strategy that's going to work for private landowners and specifically for people in agriculture, for farmers and ranchers. We call it the Nebraska way, to collaborate, to talk to people and do things together, because you get a lot more done together than you do alone. We work exclusively with private landowners who want to conserve their land through a conservation easement. Conservation easements are not about stopping development. They are about conserving special places as development occurs. They can do a lot for the landowner and for all of us who appreciate clean water, clean air, beautiful views, wildlife habitat. A lot of what we do is essentially helping landowners realize their dreams.
The land has been in the family since 1886. I'm the 6th generation, and my children will be the 7th generation. It was always a thought in the back of my mind that I wanted to ranch and farm and own cattle, and I've always loved cattle and horses and animals in the outdoors.
Hardly anyone can say they have something that's been in the family for hundreds of years. It's land that had been in my husband's family for long enough that it seems special that we should preserve it. It's not a job, it's a lifestyle. Anyone who says they ranch for a job they're lying. It's a way of life. It's how you raise your kids. They get up, they do their chores, they help on the ranch, they know what needs done. My son knows how to drive a tractor better than I do. My daughter, she loves her dresses, but she's probably the biggest tomboy I know. She'll do just about anything and get dirty and muddy and do it all. This is the family homestead. Our kids are the 7th generation. It was kind of a no-brainer to preserve what had been in someone's family for so long.
Since doing the easements, we keep operating the same way. Looking at it and thinking long term, I thought, why not protect it any way we can? The land is so important to us, and that's how we make our living, so at the end of the day, we're never gonna do anything to harm it.
Conservation opportunities might only come along once in a lifetime. I believe the future for NLT is bright. We are seeing increasing interest in conservation easements every year. We get more and more people who want to do them. I think Nebraska is a beautiful state. I think we have much to conserve. And I want to make sure that future generations of Nebraskans can see that too.